Well, you've been in a lot of world team competitions, vying for the team, obviously world as well. But how's this one going to be different because it's being held here in GIA and in your home state?
It's awesome. I'm grateful that it's here. It's a great opportunity to, make another world team in my, home state. Hopefully there'll be a lot of people here to support me, and it's going to be exciting.
I assume you're having your dad handle the ticket requests?
Yeah. I haven't thought too much about it, so hopefully everybody has tickets. I haven't really heard, but I'm sure they do.
LSU has a rich tradition on the world stage. What's it like to continue that legacy?
It's an honor. It's one of the reasons I came to Oklahoma State. There's been I think 9 Olympic champions. In this program, and that's something that I want to do. Coach Smith was talking earlier about of the 9 Olympic champions, 8 of them are from Oklahoma. So that's a pretty unique thing that you have eight guys that have won Olympic gold medals, and they're all from the same state. And I'm being from Oklahoma. Hopefully I can someday carry on that tradition of winning an Olympic gold medal.
Is it weird prepping for an event like this and being here?
No, there's not too much different. It's most of the time I don't leave till probably the day before anyways. So now I just get to stay in my own bed and wake up and come right here like I do every day. So it's it's really nice that I don't have to travel for it, and I'm just looking forward to it.
The other guys coming in, are they asking you for best spots to eat and things like that?
Yeah, there's been Jo was asking about some stuff, but not much. I don't think there's been many new places coming to town since he's been here. So it's the same old Stillwater is kind of what I told him.
What has the last couple of months looked like for you in terms of getting past the end of the regular season and then preparing for this event?
Yeah, I took a little bit of time off after NCAAs just to heal up, and then it was really just right back to training. Right back to training, and then I competed in the Pan American Championships, and it was good to get some matches in there. And now I really didn't take any time off after that. It was right back on the mat to prepare for this.
Obviously, this is to qualify for the world team, but I'm sure you're looking bigger picture as well of getting that senior gold at the world stage. I mean, what's the motivation this weekend, knowing that goal is still something you want to shoot for?
Yeah, without if I don't win these 2 matches, then there is no gold medal. So these 2 matches are really important, and I'm definitely not overlooking anybody. I know that Seth Gross, he's a great competitor and someone that can score, has the potential to score a lot of points. So it's I'm looking forward to wrestling him, and it's just really nice that it's going to be here in Gallagher.
Obviously, you have a teammate who has some experience against Seth and beating Seth. Have you picked the brain of Carter at all?
Not too much. I wrestled Seth earlier that tournament as well, so it was that match went my way. But it's a new year, and I know that he's probably been thinking about that match for a year. And now he has this opportunity to wrestle me again, and it's I'm sure he's looking forward to it, and I am too.
What do you remember from your running with him?
I got out to a pretty early lead, and whenever I do that, it makes a big difference. Especially freestyle. And I get that lead, and then people have to really come and wrestle me. So that really helps into my game. So it's really the same game plan as always. Go out there and score as many points as possible.
And I know that's something that you always talk about during college season is you want to push the points, but obviously it's hard because guys are ducking and stuff like that. But with freestyle, they don't have that opportunity. How much does that kind of benefit you? Because if they back up, they're getting put on the clock and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I love freestyle so much. It really forces people to wrestle. There's the out of bounds rule. You can't step out of bounds. The passivity clock. All of that. I think it plays right into my game, and it promotes activity, and it promotes wrestling. I think that's good for the sport, and I'm just I'm happy I'm wrestling freestyle again.
Do you think that'll ever switch to freestyle?
Probably not. I think there's a a lot of tradition in wrestling folk style, and it's a lot of the I think wrestling folk style it has its benefits for sure. You have the grind of folk style, and I think that separates us whenever we do go overseas. We're usually a lot better prepared, condition wise and mentally. So I think it has its benefits, but if it was up to me, I'd prefer it to be freestyle, but I'm okay with wrestling folk style too.
How do you think the fans will embrace the opportunity of finally getting to see some women's wrestling here in JIA, especially with all the talk of maybe one day OSU having its own women's program?
Yeah, I think that's it's a great moment. Women's wrestling in Oklahoma. It's some of the best girls in the world are going to be here, and I think there's probably going to be a lot of young ladies here watching them compete, and I think that's huge for the sport.
Jakara Winchester, she's someone that's been around the OSU program, going to be here this week. What's your relationship with her, and what's it like having her here competing too?
It's awesome. She's she's been coming up probably for over a year now. She'll come in for a couple weeks, and it's always nice seeing her in the room. She's someone that's made an Olympic team and won a world title. So anytime you have someone like that in the room, it's really special.
Who have you been training with leading up to this?
I've wrestled a lot with Zoe, he's a guy from France who came here a couple years ago, and he's really been my main training partner leading up to this.
Any other questions?
What is there a different feeling on the mat when you're pretty much just competing for yourself versus the team setting in college?
Not really for me, because for me, every time I step out there, I'm not only wrestling for me, I'm wrestling for my family, I'm wrestling for my university still. And, I think that makes it easier for me. I'm just, all I'm doing is giving back to everybody who supported me. And, the way I do that is go out there and leave everything I have out there.
I mean, I know you won't be wearing an OSU singlet, but I mean, if you get a win out there this Friday, I mean, do you pull out the OSU that you usually do after like a Big 12 title win and stuff like that?
Maybe. We'll see after if I'm lucky to win the second match, we'll see. But there's not going to be much celebrating until I get that second match under my belt.
Obviously, you're focused on Friday, but before your silver last year, it was a little while before OSU medaled. What's it like to bring that prominence kind of back to OSU, and maybe do it again here Friday?
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, carrying on that tradition of international success is something that I take pride in. It's one of the reasons I came to Oklahoma State was to carry on that tradition, and the best way I can do that now is to go win a gold medal.
You mentioned J.O. being here as well. How much did you watch him and follow him when he was here? And obviously, you were growing up here in the state.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite guys to watch. Growing up, he's someone that scored a bunch of points and really epitomized what Oklahoma State wrestling's all about. He's really good on his feet. Slick takedowns, and he was just a blast to watch. So it's really nice having him back here. It'd be nice if he came around a little bit more, but we'll see if we can talk him into it.
Have you guys been on a world team together yet?
Not yet. So we haven't never had the chance to be on the same team. So hopefully this weekend we can get that done.
Anything else?
Yep. Thank you guys.